This is the brief on the great ruler, Muchen's Unyielding Vow. So, what's happening? We're diving into an intense showdown at Beicheng Academy, a big training ground. A super powerful ancient family just pops up, shaking things up. It really sets the stage for our young warrior Muchen for a major test, a huge shift in his life. Okay, first, the Chen family arrives. Yeah, they're formidable. Their leader, Tianxian, literally rips open space, a dimensional rift, and appears. His power? Immense. Even the Academy's top elders are kind of freaked. Plus, he brings an elite army on huge beasts. Shows you their power right away. Second, while that's happening, Li has to leave, and it's tough. See, Tianxian is there to take his granddaughter, Li, back home for her family destiny. She says goodbye to Muchen, and you feel his helplessness, right? But that pain sparks a silent promise. It really lights a fire under him to get stronger. Finally, Muchen's resolve gets tested, big time. Chen challenges him, showing off Li's devoted guardians and stressing her importance. She even turned down the Battle Emperor's protection once. But Muchen gets back up. His ally Lin Jingshan helps, and Muchen's own creature, the Heavenly Rock, appears. So Muchen makes this incredible promise. He will get stronger. He will get Li back. Not afraid of anyone, not even the Battle Emperor. Yeah, this intense meeting really locks Muchen onto his path, pushing him past his limits for that future with Li.
This is the brief on Muchen's path to power and the Eternal Scroll. Okay, so imagine this world brimming with spiritual power, right? We're diving into Muchen's tough farewell, a major showdown with Li's powerful grandfather, and uncovering this huge ancient cultivation secret that's gonna change everything. First off, Muchen's intense commitment to Li. There's this standoff with her formidable grandfather, Lu Tiasang. He sees Muchen's confidence, but seeing Li's fierce loyalty, that sways him. He accepts their bond. Conditionally. It's a big deal, but Muchen has to prove himself by getting stronger. So Li leaves, and Muchen is left totally determined. Right, so his immediate goal, hitting the Zizun realm, think of it like reaching a major level up, becoming a true martial cultivator. But getting there? Whew. It means he has to basically shatter his internal energy core, his QC, on purpose. Super dangerous, but it makes space for this way bigger, potent Zizun. High risk, high reward. And then there's this legendary secret. Finally, the incredible eternal great sovereign body and the Eternal Scroll. Get this, Muchen has a mysterious black page. His buddy, Juyo, explains this scroll unlocks one of the 10 primordial great sovereign bodies. These are ancient, super powerful techniques, half are lost now. To get the full power, Muchen needs the other 2 pages. Juyo thinks the selecting mirror artifact might help find them. So yeah, Muchen's now focused on mastering legendary powers and tackling huge challenges to prove he's worthy and reunite with Li.
This is the brief on Muchen's pretty wild journey to the Zizun realm. We're looking at a moment where this young cultivator, right? His power source literally explodes. Talk about a bad day. But instead of giving up, he totally reinvents how cultivation works for himself. It's pretty intense. Okay, let's break down the 3 big steps he took. First up, that foundational breakthrough. His original energy spot, the Qi High, just went boom, releasing this chaotic spirit energy. Think raw, untamed power, the life force here. But Muchen, he cleverly uses this crazy gravity pull to create new energy spots, Zizun points, kind of like mini black holes to capture that chaos, yeah? And get this, he stabilizes it all and builds a whole new spiritual foundation in just 2 hours. Amazing. Second, he skipped the easy way out. No power-up medicine, those Zizun pills, for him. Nah, he wanted a solid foundation, built by hand, you know? It started slow, sure, but then he uses this awesome 9-layered pagoda technique. Imagine it just sucking in tons of spirit energy, purifying it. Bam! He hits the powerful Zizun realm, a really high spiritual level, in only 1 month. Crazy fast. And finally, the result? Whoa! He's got like a volcano of spirit energy now. Way beyond folks who've only cleared the 3rd spiritual calamity. That's a big trial cultivators face. Everyone's impressed, you know? Senior disciples like Shen Sheng and Li Qiantong see his speed, and Dean Bimming, the academy head, points out it's Mu Chen's sheer determination, his unwavering heart, that marks him for the big leagues, the great thousand world. So Mu Chen's path, all about self-reliance, crazy innovation, and it definitely sets him up as a major force to watch.
This is the brief on the great ruler, Muchen's quest. All right, so picture this. Muchen, our really powerful young spiritual cultivator, he's on this urgent mission, kind of racing against the clock, trying to find his beloved Lua Li. And things are seriously heating up, you know? It's testing who he can trust, pushing him against ancient magic, and even changing his closest relationships. Okay, so first up, Muchen needs to use this thing called the selection mirror. It's super old, super powerful, and tightly controlled by these big academies. Getting permission? Yeah, it's almost impossible. Needs 3 chief instructors to say yes. But then plot twist. Headmaster Bei Ming, this really respected figure, steps in and says, "Don't worry, I got this." He's going to get those votes, basically showing how much weight Muchen carries now. It's a big deal for his quest. Second, there's some heavy personal stuff going down. Ling Shi, who's amazing with spiritual formations, decides she's going to go find Muchen's powerful mother, Na Jing, who's imprisoned. Super dangerous mission, right? So Muchen makes her take this spirit engraving tablet. Think of it like a magical panic button. Meanwhile, this sparks tension between Ling Shi and Ji Yu, Muchen's partner from the Phoenix race. But Muchen steps up, makes it crystal clear he's sticking with Ji Yu no matter the danger. Really shakes things up for both Ling Shi and Ji Yu. And finally, the moment we've been waiting for. Thanks to Bei Ming, they get the green light. Muchen and Ji Yu fire up the selection mirror, using Lua Li's image. And get this, the mirror actually struggles because Lua Li's power, coming from her rare, primable, great divine body thing, is just that immense. But after holding their breath, bam, a faint trace appears. It's blurry, but it's something. They finally have a lead. This is absolutely a turning point, pushing Muchen out into the bigger, riskier world with a brand new focus.
This is the brief on Muchen's pivotal journey to the Tanlo continent. Okay, so after a pretty startling discovery, Muchen and his friends are basically thrown onto this brand new, super dangerous path towards a legendary realm. And yeah, it's going to change everything for them. First up, there's this huge discovery. Muchen and Yu Yu, they use this old mirror and find out about the Tanlo continent. Now, this isn't just any old place, right? It's huge, it's powerful, like one of the top 10 continents in the whole great thousand world they live in. Way bigger than where Muchen is now. Plus, rumor has it, it's got this ancestral celestial palace and a super valuable eternal item, the kind of thing even the strongest cultivators are desperate to find. Second, Ju Yu drops this bombshell. Turns out she has this deep history with Tenlo. Like, she held a really high-ranking spot in this powerful group, the Heavenly Gongshin realm, even before she hit the Zizun level of power, which, is a big deal. So hearing all this, and knowing he really needs to get stronger, Muchen's like, right, I'm out of here. He decides to leave his academy in just 3 days, head straight to Tanlo to train hard, and maybe figure out what's up with that ancestral palace. And finally, just as Muchen's zipping off using one of those spatial transfer arrays, like a magic teleporter, his close friend Ling Shi reveals her own secret plan. Turns out, she's also going to Tanlo continent. She's trying to find her mother and deal with whoever it was that sealed her memories. So they're kind of on separate, but maybe intertwining, high-stakes missions now. So yeah, with new allies, hidden pasts popping up, and these legendary treasures on the map, Muchen and Ling Shi are starting their big adventures on the formidable Tanlo continent.